Ellie.
And Jesse. And this is Design for Adventure.
We're a married couple figuring out family travel, Disney trips, running races, parenting,
And how to make adventures actually work in real life.
Yes, we travel with our kids.
And still manage to have a good time.
And if you love making memories and want an adventure that fits real life, you're in the right place.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Design for Adventure. We're here to finish our Disney discussion from the previous episode. Apparently we didn't get to a couple water parks and something else. I have a brand new Sam Adams Summer Ale to keep me company through this. So Ellie, take it away.
So my goal was to get through all of the parks in our last episode, but I realized there's just so much to talk about with each park and how unique each one is and what they all offer that we really need to split this up into 2 episodes to discuss what is left, which is 2 water parks and Disney Springs, and then the ticket options that are available to you. So one of the things that my husband, my lovely husband right here, always complains about is, why do I go back to Disney all of the time, over and over again? And I think the fact that I could barely contain how much I talked about Disney in each park would show you that there's so much to do at Disney that when you go once, every trip is different because there's so much to do each time.
Well, we're talking, you go multiple times a year.
That's rare. That's
only rare. That's been the last few years.
2.
Yeah, and this coming year.
Well, last year I didn't go to I went to Universal. I didn't go to Disney when we went down.
Is that not Disney?
No, Universal's a totally separate park.
Is that in Orlando?
It is in Orlando, but it's on the other side of Orlando.
Well, it still counts.
No, it doesn't. It's not Disney.
It still counts. All right, water parks.
But it goes to show every trip is different. There's so much to do, especially with kids, without kids, that your trip could just look so different every time you go. Your kids change age, so their interests change, and seeing how they interact with characters, the rides, the shows will change every time you go. So that is why I go so often and love going back. Now, onto the water parks. Disney has 2 water parks, if you didn't know. They have Disney's Blizzard Beach and Typhoon Lagoon. So the big thing here is they have, for the past 2 years, and I think it's coming back next year, is that on your check-in day, you actually get free entry into one of the water parks. Me and my mom actually took advantage of this last year. We didn't go to any parks, but we did go to one of the water parks because we only stayed a night at Disney. So we went to Disney's Blizzard Beach, and it's supposed to be a melting ski resort. It's supposed to be like there was some freak snowstorm, and they made it into this ski resort, and then it's all melting away now and creating these like water slides and things like that. You can actually ride on a gondola up to one of the water slides. To take it down, it's a one-way ticket. You go up, you have to either come back down the stairs or go down the slide. But it's a really cool, fun themed area. They have a Frozen themed play area. So if your kids are really into Frozen, maybe that might be the choice of why you go there. Me and my mom did not go into the kids area, so can't speak to that since we had no kids with us. Summit Plummet is a plunge that is 12 stories almost straight down. If you see it, it looks scary. I didn't do it. But yeah, it's just a slide. You just go straight down 12 stories.
Why didn't you do it?
I want to get my hair wet.
Oh my gosh. What's the point of going to a water park?
Because they have a 3,000-foot long lazy river.
Oh geez.
That I might have done 3 times.
I bet.
They also have a giant wave pool, which is another place that I spent some time in because I love a good wave pool. At least not like in the front, but near the back where the waves kind of just keep hitting you. Enjoy that. So the big thing with water parks here, towels and life jackets are provided. Especially if you're flying in, you don't have to worry about the life jackets or the towels. They have them for your kids. They have them for you. They also have lockers and showers to change. We enjoyed 2-3 hours at the pool, but at the water park doing things. We spent more than 3 hours there. And then we were able to shower and change there to head to dinner. There are 17 different individual water slides at the Blizzard Beach, and the water is heated to 80 degrees year-round.
You really need to do that in Florida?
In the winter, in the fall, and the spring.
I get in the winter.
Yeah, in the summer, I don't know how much they actually have to heat it. How much does the heat really kick on? Not sure. And honestly, you probably don't want the water heated
in
the summer. You want it to be cold. But that was a really fun beach. But from what I've read online, I think a lot of people think Typhoon Lagoon is a better water park. Again, have not been there, so I can't attest to that. But this one is more of a storm-ravaged tropical bay. So that's the theme of it. There are 12 distinct water slides plus 2 kid-friendly slides. They have a wave pool, of course. They have a 2,100-foot lazy river, like long lazy river. So that's why we chose a Blizzard Beach over Typhoon Lagoon. It's literally the size of the lazy river. And then they have the Ketchikiddee Creek play area for kids as well, which looking at some of the pictures looked really fun. I think a lot of people prefer the water slides at Typhoon Lagoon. So if water slides are your thing, Typhoon Lagoon might be the area to go to. But I don't think I've heard bad things about either one, but both good. Now, usually what happens in the winter is one of them closes and one stays open. And then once the summer hits where the free water park access happens, both will be open. At least that's what they've historically done these last 2 years. So I think they'll probably continue with that next year, because I do believe they're bringing that perk back. But yeah, so those are the 2 water parks. Now, the last place I wanted to talk about was Disney Springs, which is basically an outdoor shopping center.
Oh dear.
So it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I actually don't enjoy going to Disney Springs that much. I think it's really crowded and kind of big. And most of the shopping there are just like places you can go elsewhere, like Lululemon.
Oh, it's not Disney specific.
There's a couple specific Disney stores, like the World of Disney. There's like a Disney Pin Traders. And then there's like the Disney Co-op. But of like the 100 stores there, that's like 3 of them. Now they have the Disney World of Disney has a huge footprint, but I don't know. For me, I don't go out of my way to go to Disney Springs. I know some people consider that's where the good food is. It's like where the good restaurants are, but it's just, I don't know. Unless I'm staying near there, like at Saratoga, where I could like walk to it or take a boat from like French Quarter, I'm not gonna, I don't go out of my way to go there. They do have a Lego store there. Oh. So that's kind of fun, but we have a Lego store in Richmond. So it's like, yeah, I can drive 45 minutes to one. I don't know. And I have to fly home, so I'm not going to fly home with a giant box of Legos.
Yep. Sorry. I was thinking about a lot of things there. Sorry.
None of which I was actually talking about, right?
Oh, no. One being that it only takes you 45 minutes to get to Richmond. I'm interested in that sentence.
Well, you never let me drive, so.
And that's why.
Maybe you would have more time in your life if you did let me drive.
And you would eventually end up in prison driving that fast repeatedly.
Not fast.
Just so everybody knows, it takes an hour and 20 minutes to get to Richmond.
Does it really?
Yes.
Oh, maybe it would take me along an hour.
In half?
It takes an hour.
Yeah. And hence, this is why I drive.
So Disney Springs is divided into 4 areas: Marketplace, the Landing, Town Center, and West Side. The complex is bordered by Lake Buena Vista to the north, and the parking garages and surface lots to the south. And then the Walt Disney Imagineering took inspiration for Disney Springs from real coastal towns throughout Florida, such as St. Augustine and Coral Gables. So Disney Springs has changed names over the last 30, 40 years. It used to be Downtown Disney. It used to be some other things. I still remember it's Downtown Disney. And I'm trying to remember the last few times I've been there, but I don't know. I don't feel like there's a lot of theming that goes there. It really just feels like a giant outdoor mall to me that you could find anywhere. Someone's going to argue with me. But they do have over 60 different eateries there. So anywhere from Gideon's Bakery to the Rainforest Cafe or whatever it's called there. It's not the Rainforest. It's T-Rex Cafe. They have a hangar that's supposed to be a really cool bar. There's a restaurant on a boat. It's a fancy one. I've never eaten there. There's a lot of different. So you have your little quick eats all the way up to your really fancy restaurants there. But yeah, there's 60 of them. Cirque du Soleil has a theater there. Art Drawn to Life, I believe it's called. I've never seen it. I think it's supposed to be decent. I don't know if there's ever a bad Cirque du Soleil show. That's an option too if you have time to do. There's a bowling alley, there's a movie theater, there's a hot air balloon ride that you can do there. You just go up and down, you're tethered the entire time, but that'd be kind of cool to go all the way up. I think I looked into it. I think our oldest was too young to do it, and it was also stupid expensive, so I wasn't willing to do it yet.
No way.
There's also, this would be fun, an amphibious car ride you could do. So you drive around and then you can go into the water.
Do you actually get to drive it?
I don't know if you get to drive it or someone drives it for you, but I do know I've seen people do it. So that would be interesting.
If you get to drive it, yes, that would be interesting.
Yes. And like I said, there's World of Disney there, which is where you can find anything you want, Disney merch, unless it's very specific to like a park or a resort you're staying at. And then you also have the Lego store there, the Disney Pin Traders is there, the Disney Co-op, which is where you can find like less like in-your-face Disney, but you can find like houseware and kitchenware that's Disney themed and some other things.
Like salt and pepper shakers?
Yes.
Oh, yay, just what we need.
Oh, really?
No.
But you can find like plates, and like they have a lot of stuff. It's really cute. I'm always so tempted, but it's always porcelain. I can't bring it home on a plane. So you're really lucky we don't live in driving distance of Disney Springs.
Well, and I just have to say, the salt and pepper shakers was an inside joke because you did come home with salt and pepper shakers. Mickey and Minnie Mouse salt and pepper shakers.
You hated those things.
I did, because the salt and pepper would just get jammed up in it and it would get clogged constantly. It's so annoying.
Yeah, those ended up not working. But yeah, so that's what Disney Springs is. So if you have time to kill, maybe it's your day you're arriving, maybe you have a bunch of time in the morning before you leave, or maybe you're taking a rest day, or, because you're in a longer trip, or maybe you are not going to a park at all and just want a little Disney in your life. Disney Springs is free. The parking is free at the parking garages. And you can take a bus from any resort to Disney Springs. The big thing is you cannot drive to Disney Springs and then get on a bus now to go to a resort. They've kind of stopped that. You have to either be a guest of the resort or have some kind of reservation at a restaurant to be able to do that now. It's worth checking out if you've never been, especially if you want to go to World of Disney. That's usually why I go. Is just go to World of Disney if I have time to kill, or like the Lego store. But I don't know, I didn't go last time. I didn't feel like I missed anything. They do have this one cool Irish bar restaurant where they have Irish dance. So that's really fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
An Irish beer.
Yeah, I like beer.
I know you do. There's a lot of buy you up so I can go buy things and you don't ask questions.
You said in case you need a little Disney in your life, and I was thinking that is a sentence that has never entered my mind.
Wow. I'm like regretting taking you in January.
Yeah. Well, we're still like 6 months away.
You don't need to go.
Really? Can I get out of this?
What do you think about this?
All right.
I don't want you ruining my trip. I was bringing you so you could support me during my marathon, but now I'm wondering if that's a mistake.
I will cheer for you during the marathon.
No, you won't. You told me you were going to sleep in.
Well, what time does it start?
4:30 a.m.
Good Lord. I mean, I'm not going to be awake then.
No.
But I will root for you at some point along the course.
Mile 24, which passes right by our hotel.
Perfect. It'll be like 8 o'clock.
Hopefully, if I run fast enough.
Hey, you can run slower. That's fine. I can sleep in more.
Oh, man. So we've talked now at length about the 4 parks: Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Hollywood Studios, Animal Kingdom, the 2 water parks you've got, which is Blizzard Beach or Typhoon Lagoon, and then Disney Springs. So those are really your big main areas. There's other things too. There's golf courses, so you can go golfing. There's mini golf. There's Fort Wilderness, which has a whole slew of other things. You can go see the horses. I think you can even ride horses over there. Like, they have their whole stables where they keep a lot of their horses they use through the park over there, so you can experience that area. So there's really more to do than just the parks. Those 4 main ones is throughout Walt Disney. You can find little things to do, and it's kind of fun. And then all the resorts have little activities as well. But the big thing is tickets. This is probably one of your biggest costs next to your hotel. It's going to be your tickets. This is what gets people, is when they start seeing the cost of the ticket prices, that it hurts. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it does.
We're lucky enough to get Disney military tickets, which helps us, which is one of the reasons why I feel like I can go a little bit more than I do because of that. But I know that's not available to everyone. So here's some things I would just want to talk about when it comes to ticket prices. There are 2 different types of tickets you can get. So you have like just your regular date-based ticket versus your park hopper ticket. So the date-based ticket, with a regular ticket, is just one park. So you buy a ticket to Magic Kingdom for a certain date, you go to Magic Kingdom. So that's if you're buying like 1 ticket at a time. You can buy like 3 tickets. So you're buying a 3 ticket package. So you have like X amount of days to go to the parks that are available within those 3 days. Some of them are only for like Epcot, Hollywood Studios, and Animal Kingdom. You can't go to Magic Kingdom with those, so they're usually cheaper because Magic Kingdom will be your most expensive park. So you just have to look and see what kind of ticket you're buying, and price-wise, and what parks are your priority. Those date-based tickets or your regular tickets, again, it's one park per day. So you can't like go to another park. Then you have your park hoppers. A park hopper is where you can go to any parks, all the parks in one day. You can start your morning at Animal Kingdom, then hop over to Magic Kingdom in the afternoon, or do all 4 parks. I've seen people do it. I've done 3 parks in one day. So that's the flexibility of the park hopper. But as you can expect, it's going to cost more money per day when you get the park hopper. Park hoppers, I think, are better for shorter stays. So if you're only going for 2 or 3 days, maybe the park hopper might be good. That way you can do all the parks. You can split up the parks. Maybe you just want to hit one thing at one park and go somewhere else. You just want to be able to see Fantasmic or the fireworks at Magic Kingdom, but you want to spend most of your day at like Hollywood Studios. You have that option. Especially if it's raining, so some things might get canceled or shut down. You can then change what days you're going to the park a little bit that way. It's going to rain in Florida. It's just a guarantee. So park hoppers gives you more of that flexibility. If you're going for longer stays, I would say just go with regular tickets. Don't put the stress on yourself of trying to get your money's worth with park hopping. Just, especially if it's your first visit, I wouldn't even do a park hopper at all. I would just do 1 park a day. There's so much to do in every park to take up an entire day that there's no need to park hop. That would be my advice when it comes to the 2 if you're trying to decide. So longer stays, 1 park per day, especially if it's your first time going. And then if maybe you've got a few times, maybe you just have a shorter stay, but you really want to hit every park for whatever reason, then get the park hopper. You can decide on those later. So you can get a certain package and then you can always upgrade to the park hopper at a later date. Maybe some kind of deal or promo comes in that makes it a little bit more affordable, or you need to upgrade to get it. You can do that. So you're not tied into those tickets if you're booking them like as a package through Disney super early. Another option that people don't realize is this plus option. So you can get like a ticket plus, and it's where you can add the water parks on. There's some other parks that come into it, like mini golf and a few other things. But if you're wanting to add in water park days, especially in the summer, that may be worth it to you. But with the whole check-in day, especially if you're staying on resort where you get the free water park day in the summer, I don't know if I'd add that plus on, because you're already going to be getting the free water park access on your check-in day. So unless you're maybe coming in super late, or you want to spend more time at the water parks because you love them, then maybe that plus option would be good for you. And then I've mentioned this with military. You can buy military tickets through your ticket office on Base or Shades of Green. You can check out the prices online. They have Magic Your Way, which is where you only get 6 of them per year. It's the military discounted. It is a park hopper. It's between 4 and 6 days. So the lowest amount is a 4-day park hopper, and then the highest is a 6-day park hopper. Then this year only, they have the Celebrate America Pass, which is like an unlimited. It's like an annual pass, but without the perks. So you can go unlimited for 2026. I'm really hoping they bring it back for like the future. Like this is something they sustain, but we'll see. Other than that, you also can get discounts on regular tickets. I think it's 10% off, plus it's tax-free. So that kind of adds up for like if you just want like a 1-day ticket, or you've hit your 6 park ticket max, you can then do the discounts on the regular tickets. It's a lot of information, but it really just depends on how long you're staying. If you're going to be a shorter stay or longer stay will help determine that park hopper. I don't think they're necessary unless you've been there before, or you just, a shorter trip, like I said, maybe 2 days, and you want to hit all 4 parks. We always get the hopper just because that's what the military ticket is. So, but if I could choose, I probably wouldn't, because most of the time we don't park hop, especially with young kids. It's hard to park hop. It takes a lot of time out of your day. You got to get on the bus, transfer, strollers, nap schedules. You're losing a lot of time. As adults, it's not a big deal, but with kids, it really becomes a big deal. Last thing I want to talk about is price of these tickets. You talk about prices a lot. So let's talk about do the math. You're in the park for 12 hours. So you go in at like...
Are you always in the park for 12 hours? That is a solid day.
Without kids, yes. 9 a.m.
Let's
to
talk
9
about
p.m.
with kids.
With kids, I would probably say I'm in the park for 10 hours.
Okay.
At $174 for 10 hours, how much is that per hour?
17.4.
Let's say you buy tickets to a concert. How much are tickets to a concert?
Oh, I just bought a ticket last night. It was $58.53.
A big person.
What are you trying to say?
The person you're going to see is not
hey,
your normal person is not going to see.
I disagree because these tickets are selling out fast.
Okay. Well, let's talk about, we were in Nashville and we wanted to go see someone perform in the the Titan Stadium, and we were going to get nosebleed seats. Do you remember how much they were?
That wasn't at...
Oh, that wasn't at... Okay.
That was at the Bridgestone Arena where they play hockey.
So we're looking at tickets at the Bridgestone Arena. Nosebleed seats. We're talking back row. Do you remember they were $250? And this was pre-COVID.
No, this was post-COVID.
Tennessee.
Yeah. COVID happened right after we moved to Tennessee.
Okay. So this was just after COVID happened. So it was, what, $250?
We're also talking the biggest country music star on Earth.
Biggest,
arguably.
Luke Combs, everyone.
Luke Combs, arguably the biggest country music star.
But this was also like 5 years ago.
Sure.
So he's gotten bigger since then.
Yeah.
But it's still $250, I think, for a nosebleed seat. For a, 2-hour concert?
Probably 4, actually, by the time you get all the opening acts.
Okay, so still 4 hours for $250. How much is that per hour?
Well, I mean, that'd be like 60-ish.
Yes. Okay, so I just want to put in perspective.
Okay, so you want to bring that up. You spent $60 a plate for a 5-year-old to meet some Disney characters. So
I'll do it again.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So same thing there.
Yes, but we're not talking about that. I didn't...
Oh, no. Yeah, don't talk about something that's actually comparable.
I didn't have to do that. Like, I didn't have to go there. I could have eaten somewhere for like $11 a plate if I wanted. But we chose to do that. Mm-hmm. Yes, we chose a more expensive option.
And we chose not to go to that concert.
Yes, we did choose not to. But I'm just trying to put in perspective that if you're going to a concert and you're spending $250 on a concert for 4 hours, and that's probably cheap now, knowing what some tickets can go for certain concerts.
You know, it would be interesting to look into that since he's doing like full football stadiums now.
Like Taylor Swift, I mean, $500, $2,000 for a ticket for a 4-hour show. I'd say even maybe 5 because her portion was 3.5 hours, not to mention her opening acts.
Yeah. So
when you put in just 10 hours, even 9 hours for the price of a ticket, and Magic Kingdom's the most expensive at $174, does that show the price a little bit better when you're breaking it down like that? You're paying for an entire day to be in that park.
But I think you're comparing apples to oranges.
I can see shows when I'm in Magic Kingdom.
Do you have to pay extra for that?
No.
Okay,
the only thing you have to pay extra for is food.
Of course.
And if you want to do the skip the line service.
Which you did.
Which I did with little kids. Well, I highly recommend it with kids.
Pricey. So we should add that price onto it.
Okay, so $174 plus another $25.
25 per person?
Well, but we're only doing per person right now.
Okay, so that puts you at 200.
200 divided by 10.
20.
$20 an hour. Still. We're still below that $60.
You're talking about a concert that we didn't even go to. Let's talk about the one I'm going to in November.
Okay. That'll
probably be 3 or 4. I'll call it 4 hours. We'll call it $60.
3 hours.
I'm trying to think. I saw him in Nashville. It was probably 4 hours with the openers.
Okay.
So that'd be $15 an hour.
It's like similar. Oh, barely. But if I didn't pay for the skip the line and it was just $174, or do one of the cheaper parks, Epcot $150.
Like you're comparing apples to oranges, though. So let's compare it to a different. I'll pull up like the price of Cedar Point.
Oh, okay, that's a good idea.
Or like Six Flags or something. Because I'm pretty sure actually another good one would be Holiday World in Santa Claus, Indiana, which is a fantastic place to go to. We went there a couple summers ago, and I'm pretty sure that was cheaper. 2-day, 2 parks, $49. This is why I complain. This is for Cedar Point.
Yes.
In Sandusky, Ohio. $49 for 2 days. Disney is almost 4 times as expensive as going to Cedar Point.
I would argue that there's a lot more to do at Disney.
Fair enough.
At any one of those parks than at Cedar Point. Cedar Point is just rides.
Look up Holiday World then.
Holiday World is very similar. It's just on a smaller scale than Cedar Point.
I would say it's very similar to what I just heard you talk about Disney, because there's a water park. There's all sorts of different areas of the park. It's not just rides.
No, so I mean, like Magic Kingdom doesn't have a water park in it.
Well, sure, yeah.
Wow. Holiday World is more expensive than Cedar Point, which is shocking.
$69.
Yes. But still, I would still say that there is way more to do at Disney World. Any one of those parks is triple the size of Holiday World.
But you're having to spend like $170-ish at each different park that you go to.
Well, yeah, per day, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Disney's significantly more expensive.
It was more expensive, but I think you're getting more than Holiday World.
Okay.
And at Cedar Point. Now, granted, I love Cedar Point. I grew up going to Cedar Point. I think it has the best roller coasters in the world. But that is 100% that's a amusement park. That is a roller coaster park. You go for one reason and one reason only, and that is to ride those rides.
So I'm just saying rides, there are cheaper and potentially more fun, or just as fun, amusement parks to go to. Holiday World is great.
Holiday World is fun.
You have a glaring recommendation for Cedar Point.
Yes, I agree. Both of them are fun, but they are completely different than Disney World. 100%. You have never been to Disney World, so you cannot.
That's fair.
You have no idea.
That's fair.
Yes. Now, I say those tickets, but I'm trying to compare those tickets to just people will typically complain about the price of going to Disney, but then they're going to go spend $200, $300 on some concert ticket. So I'm just trying to show, if you're going to spend your money, just what else are you spending your money on? You're getting more per hour out of that than I think some of these other places.
I think you could do a whole nother episode about that comment there. You're opening up a whole nother can of worms there.
About what?
Oh, other things you could be spending your money on or not spending money on.
I could spend my money more on Disney.
I already spent plenty. All right, on that note, everybody have a fantastic evening.
So I hope this episode sheds a little bit more light on the water parks at Disney Springs and then what type of ticket options there are. I can't give you specific prices because they change based on date. So it really just depends. And there's some other random ticket options out there, like an after 2 p.m. ticket option. There's a 3-park ticket that doesn't include Magic Kingdom. So you really just have to look and see what options are, price them out, see what you're willing to pay, what parks you want to go to. So hopefully this last episode and the previous one will really help you with that. I know my husband is just cannot wait. He's just waiting impatiently now to go in January to these parks.
I thought you were going to say waiting impatiently to go to bed.
Well, I think he's about to get fired from all future Disney episodes, so you don't have to hear him complain for any more. No, because now I really just want to keep torturing you. Yeah. Really, hopefully this was helpful to you. Again, if it was, please send it to some other friends. Maybe you're thinking about a Disney trip in the future. And yeah, thanks.
Have a great night.
Thanks so much for listening to Design for Adventure.
If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you're following the show and leave a quick review. It really helps more families find us.
You can also find us on Instagram at Design for Adventure Pod and Facebook at Design for Adventure.
Until next time, don't be afraid to get out there and have an adventure.